Okay, it's saying I'm live, so hopefully that's the case. And if that is the case, hey everybody, Drew here, Drew Games. I hope this is fucking live. With the...
I just got a notification.
Okay, good. So then we are live. All right, so let me make sure I get you guys turned up like 45 there. But we won't know till anybody's in the chat, so... But that probably won't be for a little bit because we went live like 5 minutes early, so... Which is a big difference from Friday Night Tights. So,
yeah.
But with all of that in mind, I'm going to try to do the usual opening here now. So, with that being said, we are live. This is the first live episode of Drew Games podcast. This is episode number 41. Was going to be pre-recorded, but we have a first ever special guest. We've never had special guests before in the first place, but before I get to our very special guest, joining me as always, as long as he's healthy and awake, Desert Nord.
Yep.
Hey, bro.
Yep. Hey there, buddy.
Yeah, and still nobody here. We're just going to start things, and if we have to recap for anyone who does show up in the chat, then we will. One of the downsides of doing something live. But before I do any of the topics, we'll just bullshit around for a little bit here. So
Sure.
With that in mind, going to keep going as if it's pre-recorded for the time being until people show up. But joining us is our very special guest from the Geeks and Gamers community and all of the communities connected to that, including Mara, Minority Home, and now part of the Drew Underground now, my good friend Joshi 064. Hey Joshi.
Hey, how's it going? Hello everybody. Invited me to your chat. Appreciate it.
Which is nobody yet. But that will come in time because anytime I do anything live on YouTube, Chunk the Punk is quick to show up. So, but it is what it is. So if anyone shows up first, I would expect Chunk. But it wouldn't surprise me if Patty 2020 showed up too. But then again, she's probably at work right now, I would imagine, Nord.
Yeah.
Okay,
probably busy.
Yeah. So probably never mind about her. If you're wondering who that is, that would be our mom, Joshi.
Oh, okay.
Okay, she usually pops in to say hi when I'm playing games live on YouTube, and that's generally where you would see her. It's just over here. Yeah. But with that being said, we might as well take time to get to know Joshi here on the stream while we're waiting for people to show up. So, Joshi, you're an Xbox gamer.
Yes, that is correct. I've been Xbox for about 10 plus years.
Exclusively to Xbox, or?
I do play Switch as well. I do have a PlayStation 4, but basically collects dust. So I PlayStation 4, I don't play at all, but basically I play Switch often, but mostly all I. Fair
enough. Desert Nord is a recent, well, I shouldn't say recent Xboxer. He does have a 360 still. I don't know if it still works though.
Yeah, no, my Xbox 360 still works. Now the unit I had way back in the day kind of had to be replaced. So that exact unit, no, but yes, I do have
Xbox One
works quite well
as well.
And then there's the Xbox One, which I'm on right now.
Yeah, which used to be mine, but I got an Xbox One X. Then I had the launch model Xbox One sent to Desert Nord by way of our sister, who moved to Arizona at the time. So I just went, here, give this to our brother. when you see them.
But yeah, you know me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm doing. I mean, probably. I mean, what would you say? I used to be more of a Nintendo.
Yeah, and
but
well, first of
but,
all, you and I both grew up just as Nintendo kids.
right.
Then I migrated over to PlayStation for PS2.
Yeah.
Mostly for the wrestling games that were on there that weren't on the GameCube and whatnot. Then eventually I did get an original Xbox and started playing Halo. I played the first one of that. The Warthog controlled like shit in it. And then I played number 2 and I quit after 10 minutes at first. Because the Warthog controlled just as bad in number 2. I'm like, fuck this. At first.
So I think it'd be like almost 15 years on Xbox. Pretty close.
Yeah. You started, give or take, shortly after I did with the Xbox 360 at the time. Because that was when you and I, when I started buying multiple consoles, so you and I would stop fighting.
Oh yeah, but then I got the GameCube at the side. We basically had enough to where neither one of us had to worry about anything.
But we're getting completely sidetracked from our guest.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Joshy, you said that you're also playing Nintendo. That's obvious because I played Mario Kart with you with Steph and Mara.
Yep. So far, I've been like gaming basically full life. Like I've known the Atari. I still have an Atari right now. ColecoVision, Panasonic 3DO. That basically the PlayStation put that system out. Never had an original Nintendo, but I had the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Never had a GameCube. Never had a Sega Saturn.
Oh,
so I've had Genesis. Yeah, I've had a couple Sega consoles as well too, but mostly like I started with my Xbox when I was in the military. I got it like refurbished. I bought Halo. I'm like, what is the big deal about this Halo? So I got it, and that's when I fell in love. So, but basically, when I first went online was the Xbox 360. It was the Xbox 360. I did get the Red Ring of Death, so I sent it in, and they gave me like 3 months of Xbox Live. That was the time in the middle of Gears of War 2. So was basically a big old Gears of War head, like Gears 2 and Gears 3.
Mm-hmm.
But when they gave me my 360 back, I put it online to start playing Gears of War 2 online, and that's when I became hooked on online, and then I've been a big fan of Xbox.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot in common in gaming.
Yeah. It certainly does. We picked up 1 like for the stream already, but nobody in chat yet.
That was me.
Oh.
I shared it out on Twitch. On Twitter.
You shared it out on Twitch.
Yeah, I should have tagged a couple people in it, though, but I just posted it out on
it's fine.
Twitter.
You did retweet my announcement of you being on here, tagging a whole lot of people, so they should see that at the bare minimum to know there is something going on.
That too.
Yeah, because I did see that as I left the store to come home. So, but yeah. So with that in mind, if we have to double back, we will, because on today's live episode, the first. By the way, fun fact for everyone who's watching this after the fact, this is the first live episode of this of basically this version of the Drew That Games podcast, because we used to do this under the same name previously, but trying to do them all live, and we stopped doing that right around the time. Well, actually, the last episode was. We were trying to do a live review of The Last of Us Part 2, and the stream just would not stay up. So eventually I just went, fuck it, we'll pre-record it, and we just continued with that ever since.
Yep. I remember that trouble we had.
Yeah.
That was actually really frustrating, because you were like, okay, let's start again. And I was like, geez, why don't we just not do it that way? You know?
Yeah. But yeah, and then even so that was also on my previous laptop, which was on the verge of dying anyway. So
Yeah.
So if this winds up working here and staying live for like the whole duration, then maybe we will try to do this live every time. Then we'll see.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of trying to get more people in, because live streams tend to do that more than just recorded shit. So, and that much is pretty much a given. Just look at the success of Geeks and Gamers with their live streams and whatnot.
Oh yeah, and so many others.
Yeah, and Gary and Comics Division with Yelling at Park Cars. Which fun fact on the Entertainment Channel, the inspiration for Breaking Rocks over there was Yelling at Park Cars. So,
yeah.
But speaking of headlines and whatnot, the things we're going to be talking about for you guys, I'll just run through them quickly before we get into the first one here. We will be going over Elden Ring's gameplay reveal that was done on Friday, November 4th. And talking about that, which I assume both of you guys have seen the 15-minute demo for that, right?
No.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, good. We will also be talking about our thoughts on Forza Horizon 5, specifically Joshy and I, who have played that together. And I actually ported my stream from Twitch against my better judgment to YouTube so you guys could see the opening of the game for yourself and judge it for yourself. We will also be talking about, or at least I will be, Skyrim Next Gen Edition, i.e. Skyrim Anniversary Edition for Xbox Series S. We will get into GTA San Andreas and what's new with that. And Todd Howard did an interview with IGN recently talking about Starfield and its release date, Elder Scrolls 6, and another game that they have, that he also confirmed that they are going to be making at some point. So with all of that in mind, Elden Ring. When I was watching the gameplay, my initial thought when I saw the dragon popping in was great. Another game with more dragons, just what we needed. But then the gameplay of the fighting the dragon was like, this is what Skyrim should have been in the first place. I mean, right?
Yeah, the one thing I would say is that it looks like if the style of dragons of Skyrim were Dark Souls enemies, Dark Souls bosses.
Hence what I said at the time. This looks like the love child of Dark Souls meets Elder Scrolls.
Because I mean, there'll
specifically
always be that
Skyrim.
funny meme.
Yeah.
There'll always be that funny meme of like, first time you encounter dragons in Skyrim, you have to run for your life because they'll, murder you times 10. Insta murder you. But later on, once you're like high level, you can run up to a dragon, punch him right in the nose, and he'll be dead.
Say, Joshy, can you check the audio on the stream on your end by checking the stream out to see if you guys are, how you guys are sounding?
1 minute, let me check it out.
Okay, thanks, man. You were saying, Nord?
Yeah, I was just saying that the cartoonishness of the dragons in Skyrim, especially when you get high level, it's like nothing is scary anymore. Nothing is a challenge anymore.
Yeah.
You can just run over the landscape like a god and just kill everything, and just like a scourge of all the land.
Yeah.
Like look out for that guy. But I hope I hope what this is a sign of, this game footage that they showed us, is a sign that they've made Elden Ring more like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
in that you're never going to come across a boss enemy and not have to think hard about it.
Well, you will in this game, it seems.
Yeah, hopefully.
How is the audio sounding? Have you gotten a chance to look?
It's good. It's good.
Okay, perfect. So everything's functioning as it should. Good.
And if I may say so about Elden Ring,
Yeah.
They kind of got that halfway to that point in Elder Scrolls with ESO, because in ESO it does that work that way. You can't just run up on any boss. You got to be careful sometimes. Whereas in Skyrim, you don't have to be careful once you're high level. You can just throw caution to the wind.
All right. Joshy, your thoughts on the Elden Ring demo?
Honestly, I have not seen it yet, so I still need to check up on that. But from what you guys are saying, that sounds very intriguing, so I might have to check it out.
Yeah.
But I will check out the trailer later on today, though.
Yeah, other than that, I would say it's beautiful looking. Obviously, not getting to actually play it, it's hard to say much in regards to the content quality of, like, say, anything storyline related or anything mechanics related per se. It just looks pretty.
I was just tweeting out the stream myself too.
Yeah.
But just very quickly, just tweeting out the link to it.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Without really saying much about it. But it was kind of weird on my phone doing that because I have like 2 monitors with my face on it right here. And then on my phone was a third one of me just looking at my phone live the whole time. I'm like, this is really odd.
Yeah, too many.
Yeah. It's a Drewception at that point. Or at least from my point of view. But for anyone who will comment later, since there's no one here live at the moment, the reason I'm wearing a Batman t-shirt is an inside joke with Desert Nord because of one of his comments of me playing Skyrim that you will see on the channel.
Yeah.
Because with the armor and the black cape that I had on, he made a comment that Drew Heartfire looked like Batman.
Yeah, it's dramatically so.
So that's why I'm wearing my Batman t-shirt. Inside joke between Nord and myself.
Yeah, I just was making fun of the fact that, like, you could go up to a cliffside and, like, crouch down and be like, I'm Batman. You know? That was funny.
But yeah. So suffice to say, that's why Elden Ring is my top anticipated game going into 2022. And it comes out in February at this point, so.
It does look pretty. I got to give them that. Yeah.
And I do have it pre-ordered for my Series S, so I will be playing it on launch day on my Twitch channel of Drew _dat_ games with 2 S's. So with that being said, there's also a couple. There is one other note. Apparently, it's supposed to have multiplayer, so as well.
Yep.
To a degree, so.
Yeah. Integral part of any RPG these days.
Well, at least lately. So
I mean, for a lot of them anyway.
So that means if you're ever interested in Elden Ring, Joshy, the potential to play it with us would at least on paper be there. So.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. And yet another reason for you to watch the demo to see the multiplayer side of it. But with that in mind, woke bullshit. It's rampant throughout the gaming industry, movie industry, and pretty much everywhere. Hell, I'm pretty sure if I were to fart right now, it would probably go woke at that point. For all I know. But with that in mind, Forza Horizon 5 came out a couple days back. If you've seen my port from from my Twitch channel onto this channel, the channel where you guys are at now, watching this after the fact, you will see how woke the character creator of it is.
Yep.
So with that in mind, I'll let Joshy take it from here because he's played a lot more of it than me.
Yeah, as of right now, in the beginning, like when you're like doing your thing, when not on Forza Horizon 5, you come up to the character creation. Like, all right, so I basically picked my name for my character. That's the character creation.
Yep.
Basically the character creation, all the people are basically the same exact character from the last game, but from what it looked like. As soon as you pick your character, you go to the next screen. With the hair colors, you can actually change excuse me, to like pink, blue, some of those SJW haircuts. I'm like, all right, that's fine. It's just hair color. That's fine, whatever. But I believe it's the next screen you see prosthetics. I'm like, why do we need prosthetics in a racing?
As soon as I saw that, my initial reaction, and I was streaming at the time, so you can watch my reaction here on the channel now. My initial reaction to the prosthetics was, oh, so this is a racing game for Mark the Cyborg then.
Yeah. But after I'm like, okay, I just have my person normal. The next screen pops up and it says, I believe, identity, and it says he, him, she, her,
and them they.
And them they. So basically, they have pronouns in it now. Now I'm like looking at that. I'm like, what is this? Like, why do they have this in racing?
Well, for the drivers, obviously, but as I said, and I don't care if I get canceled for this, it's still my opinion, they then make sense for a car. Just saying.
Yeah.
Not for a person.
Yeah, well, I do got a story about what happened to me on Facebook about this subject, though.
Yeah.
I was on this, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, no, it's your war. I was just the one with my popcorn watching.
You were the one that with the popcorn in the comments eating it. I'm like, okay, just watch the comments. Yeah, but the story that I have for you guys is on Facebook. There's this page called Xbox Series X. It's not the main Xbox page. It's basically a fan-based Xbox Series X page that basically fans and just post stuff about Xbox Series X. But like I posted stuff about that. Like I'm like, yeah, what about the prosthetics? And now you guys are going like 100% woke. I said they turned up volume on 20 with this game because the last Forza 3 and Forza Horizon 4 basically do not have any of this wokeness in it. All of a sudden, like with this one, they kind of turned it up to like 20 out of like a 5. Now I kind of commented on that, and then I guess I had a couple of people actually commented back on my opinion. Like my memory's a little fuzzy though. This was like a couple of days. I did not screenshot anything at all, but yeah. So far, this is just coming back from my memory, like what I remember. But yeah, like I have a couple guys that I screenshotted. I'm not gonna say their names. But yeah, I guess like one person says that I'm like seem like a racist bigot for mentioning that. And I'm like, I'm not no racist bigot. And I told him like basically why have prosthetics and pronouns in a racing game in all caps, like in the racing game in all caps. So after I posted that, he responds back with a laughing emote, and then I responded back. I'm like, what did I say? Like, yeah, you know, like, I'm right. That's why you're not commenting back on this. And also, next thing I know, like 5 minutes later, goes back, and I go check to see if I think I was gonna go ahead and screenshot all the stuff, but yeah. All of a sudden, I press up on the comments that people were commenting on me, and basically, I just get a loading screen. I went back to the Xbox Series X page, and basically, it was still a loading screen. Then later on, like when I press it on again, I believe it probably blocked.
We do have one person in the chat now, one viewer. Message reads, Hail Drew, Desert Nord, and Joshi from Drewdat Entertainment. Guys?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Yeah, and by your tone, you know what's going on, Nord, so...
Yeah.
Because that's still me.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Josh, he left for some reason.
Unless they got kicked or dropped out or something.
Hopefully we'll get him back. I will reread that again. Should he come back, I will try to re-invite him. And hope that he comes back here. But there he is.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. All of a sudden, like next thing I know, like when I was talking, it just got silent on my end. I'm like, okay.
Desert Nord and I have dealt with that with Xbox Live multiple times in party chat. For some reason, one or both of us get booted from our own parties.
And I'm looking at the YouTube channel right now too. On the public chat, it says slow mode is on. So
yeah,
I know.
Okay, so yeah, so you did see the hail from Drewdat Entertainment.
Yep.
Okay. And obviously, you know that's also me, so.
Yep.
Just so that, like, something was in the chat at the bare minimum. But anyway,
did you guys get my whole story or no? Or did I cut off there in the middle of it?
Yeah, I caught it all the way up to you were saying that you had gotten to a blank loading screen, which essentially illustrates that they had kicked you from the group.
Yeah. I was basically just trying to call them out, and basically, you know, like people nowadays, like you can't obviously have an opinion. Like if you're like trying to put something out, they just automatically block you.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's...
Yeah, and the worst part is people get sarcastic automatically. And that's the hardest thing to deal with. Because they'll make a sarcastic remark, which sounds like it's woke, but it's tongue-in-cheek to them, and they won't explain that it was sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be like, you'll take it as them being serious.
Yeah.
You know, classic mistake online. But when it comes to wokeness, people get real offended real quick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the thing, too, with the people like that. Like, you're basically defending your butt, and basically they block you when you call it out or whatnot, though, or say something about it, or just, like, even ask a certain question. I guess if one person doesn't like it, then they just kind of, like, come up.
I do find one aspect of that hilarious, though. If they were being serious, that's even funnier than it sounds at first, because if they were saying that it's racist for you to disagree with the extended pronouns or the pronoun inclusion altogether, if that's racism, last time I checked, that is nothing to do with race, but okay.
Yeah.
You know, they almost don't hear themselves, apparently.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even about race. It wasn't like choose your race. It was your pronouns.
Yeah.
So it's awfully weird. / well, I suppose not weird with these people around, but nothing's weird anymore with these people around. But it just doesn't make any sense for them to automatically jump to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you check out the prosthetics for the arms, I noticed too, they look cool, but it's like, how are they going to be basically using a prosthetic arm to drive? You know, like it basically it's up to darn shoulder, and the way the arm looks, it looks like it's
It's
I
just
don't know,
a clamp type prosthetic. Yeah.
That's
it's like
that's something you're either going to have to try to ask Mark the Cyborg or X-Ray Girl.
It sounds like, if the game developers were being funny or being cheeky about it, they would actually make wearing a prosthetic arm or leg be an added difficulty for the gamer in the driving.
and give you a little handicap with that too,
Yeah, it's like if you want to play on legend mode or something, you'll wear a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
It'll be harder to steer, harder to drive, harder to track. Or you have to hold down the gas harder or longer for it to actually go.
Yeah.
That would be way more realistic and interesting.
All right, 1 minute. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh.
But yeah, that would make it interesting for the difficulty. But as you've seen in my videos of me playing it, without the prosthetic limb, I'm driving like I have one.
Well, yeah, bro, your driving was kind of like if you were driving with your teeth on the wheel, But
Yeah,
that's
to be fair,
neither
yeah.
here nor there.
I know I suck at flying. I know I suck at driving.
Well,
Right.
flying was funny, but driving you get used to in games. It depends on the handling.
Yeah, I'm better at Mario Kart. And,
Yeah. Well, you
and
get used to control schemes and how things feel in certain games. You could be good in one game and then you switch to another and it's all different feeling.
And I think that's
So-
something that Joshy can testify to when he gets back on my Mario Kart skills.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Okay.
believe you too because I have seen you do well.
Yeah.
So
Well, the one time that I recall you were watching was when I was playing it with Geeks and Gamers, just trying to beat Star Wars Theory. And
Yeah.
that was effectively when I just started playing it.
yeah.
I've had a lot of
And that was
practice with Minority
illustrative.
Home.
Yeah, that was illustrative of the fact that you struggled a little bit.
Initially, not near as much as Star Wars Theory, though.
As hilarious as this sounds, Mario Kart Deluxe Edition is basically a get good game.
Effectively, yeah. We were just talking about Mario Kart and the fact that I played it initially, the first time I played it with the Geeks and Gamers team on their Twitch stream. When Star Wars Theory was there and my only goal was to beat him, and as soon as I said that, he beat me and I came in last place. But as I was saying, that you can testify to my Mario Kart skills, I'm far better at that than Forza by far.
Now, Mario Kart can be pretty brutal, though. Like, basically, you get like in first place with like 3 races. Like, for instance, the other night I was playing with Steph and my nephew. And basically, we were on the Excite Bike track. I was in first place the whole race, and then at the last second, my nephew just comes in at the last second and passes. Like, it could be here. Also, like, if you're like in first place, you can actually like get like blue shell, red shell, banana peel, whatnot though, and all of a sudden you get like 6th, 7th, 12th place pop. Like,
Yep,
Quite.
it's brutal.
Yep.
What was it that Rippa said? Rippa says this game is for socialists.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I like how like Ryan Kittle basically like there's some clips where basically he rages and hits the control on the damn
This
table.
this is gonna sound weird when you think about what is actually being said. I prefer Mario Kart to Forza. So therefore, what I'm effectively saying, even though I don't mean it, I prefer fascism to wokeism. Apparently. It would
Well,
seem.
it's you wouldn't call Mario Kart woke because it's a great game.
That's socialism. I prefer that to wokeism.
But it is
wokeism
but
is
it
Forza.
But it is basically undeniably socialist, yes.
So, yeah, that's effectively what I'm saying, even though I don't actually mean that in the actual term of socialism versus wokeism.
Well, with the way they're going with Forza, maybe the next update or patch or inclusion will be with blue shells.
I would rather have like guys with facial hair. Thank you
saying.
very much, Microsoft.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is not in the game. So, who are you including? It ain't me. Just saying, Microsoft.
Yeah, they're trying to extend to a crowd that doesn't play the game, as usual.
Yeah, and excluding people who do.
Yeah, like which diehard longtime fan of Forza was like, you know what this game needs? Pronouns.
If you're going to do that, then you should actually add mine to the game, which is fuck and you.
Yeah, no, or just let you enter whatever the hell you'd like. I mean,
for
then
your
we
pronouns.
Wouldn't say it was woke. We would just say it was whatever.
Which,
leave it blank and say if you'd like to enter pronouns, you can.
This will not be the last time we talk about pronouns in the stream either, by the way, folks.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
Because of something that Joshy sent me. But to move on from I guess woke Horizon 5. Skyrim 10th Anniversary Edition is out now, and okay, that's just a weather update on my phone, evidently. And some things are different from the very beginning because I only played the initial opening, like just walking around in the Dungeon of Helgen so far. But that's going to be what I play for my attempt at a 24-hour stream on Tuesday. So I will get more into it then. But initially, what I saw when I booted it up yesterday on my Series S was the females walk a little differently than the males now. In vanilla Skyrim, mind you, now. And some graphic features on certain things look quite a bit better. Others look the same. As in the same as a special edition on PS4. So
that actually begs a question
that
I had about it.
What's that?
Would you say that the remastered version versus the original version was more different than this version versus the remaster?
I would say
which one was a bigger leap, basically?
I'm saying this is. Because when you went from the original, and I know that I'm going to catch flack for just using this the whole time, but it's the best example I got so far. From the original 360 port, which is what I played actually the most of, I did try it on PS3, but it would crash and freeze like hell, so I gave up it on the PS3 version. But from the 360 port in 2011 to Special Edition on PS4, or even on Xbox One for that matter, in 2016, the male and female characters still walked like ogres, both of them. Now, the females are walking less ogreish and more like human being female, almost a female.
Question walk. Though, is it like a Fortnite thing at that point? I mean, is it like really accentuated? Is that what it is?
Actually, I recall like an earlier mod for feminine walks that I used for Fallout 4. This walk is identical to that one, and that's a mod. And that's a mod for Fallout 4.
See, that's what I thought they were doing with this version of Skyrim. Is basically just taking a bunch of, the reasons that everybody was, hot to mod the game, taking mods and injecting them into an actual version of the game.
Which is
what it looks like they did.
Yeah. So far, that's exactly how it is, because I'm not going to play it with mods on my Series S for now until like the modders like get mods back up and running with the new code for the new version of the game. And same thing goes on PC, because the PC mods are going to take probably a little bit longer even, I would imagine.
Yeah, so essentially what this game version was the game developer going, you know what we should do? We should issue a modded version of the game. Essentially.
So therefore, this is like a vanilla mod version, but achievements are active as long as you're not using actual mods, which is actually pretty cool. Which makes me say, on paper from the very beginning, this might be worth the $50 for it, physical or digital, at that point. But I will have to play like the 24-hour stream of it to actually say one way or the other if that's my official opinion or not. But on paper, it looks like that might wind up being the case here. And then add to it all of the Creation Club content that you get with it. On top of it, that alone would probably make it worth like $30. But the fact that this other stuff is also happening with it, that's why I'm at a point where this might be worth the asking price. But I also said that about Skyrim back in 2011 when it first came out too, that it was worth $60 then. So take it for what it's worth, guys.
Well, I like the fact that they, I know they keep on bringing up the same Skyrim over and over and over. I know it's a good game, but I haven't finished it. Like I've got probably at least halfway, I believe, like back in 360 era, I believe. But it's just, I don't know. At least they're giving us something to do though. But I know it's the same exact game. You know,
I know the exact emotion that you mean there, Joshy.
Yeah.
Because that was my thought when they were talking about they're going to release another version for anniversary version. I was like, yeah, okay. And this is the same game they've sold to us six times already. You know,
except for with like the newer updates to like certain animations and certain graphical things, and then add to it all the Creation Club stuff that comes with this version of the game when you buy it. It's kind of like almost a different version of Skyrim, almost what some weirdos were saying they wanted, Skyrim 2. This is almost that. This is almost Skyrim 2 at this point. Effectively, it feels like to me so far.
What I was going to say is that for those of us like you and me, bro, who have gotten all of the regular achievements and all of the DLC achievements on the original game
from the 360,
all 75.
Yep. And same thing went for Oblivion too.
And played it for, in my case, almost 600 hours.
I'm probably well beyond that just because of how many times I've started over with new characters.
Yeah, but I never
the different ports of them.
I played 600 hours on one character.
Yeah. I've probably played 10,000 on 50 different characters on 5 different platforms.
Basically, we're both players that have played that game till it turned blue, until we turned blue, and then it turned blue, and we both turned blue. You know what I mean? And then I turned black and passed out and went to sleep. Yeah, I'm just saying, we played the dragon poop out of that game.
This is my channel. You can go ahead and swear, bro. You can say dragon shit. As far as I'm concerned.
So there's nothing left for us, in terms of game content that we might have missed or things that we never experienced. No, we remember everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all right in the front of our minds. So it's kind of like if they came out and said, we're not going to release a new Halo title. we're just going to put the old Halo title in a new skin. That's what they've been doing with Skyrim up until, I guess, this version, where they actually did some actual changes.
Yeah, to like a lot. We'll see how much come Tuesday, but the initial 10 to 15 minutes is very, very, very encouraging so far.
For guys like us, though, a reskinned or half-assed selling us the same game essentially again would have been not okay.
And speaking of ports, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas also came out yesterday too, same day as Skyrim and whatnot.
Yeah, they're trying to overload people. And
Joshi has been playing that quite a bit, right?
Yes, I have.
So, what are your thoughts on the difference between the original GTA San Andreas and this?
I give it that. It's like 60 frames per second on my end. I got a serious accent. Bragging. Yeah. It's really smooth. It looks really nice. But I don't know. Like, there's a stairway that goes over train railing, and it has rainbow colored stairs. Like it goes like blue, like the rainbow colors. Like one's like yellow, one's like green, purple, one not though. That's the only thing that I've noticed so far.
I'm assuming that wasn't in the original port then.
I haven't played the original in so long though, but yeah, like you see both sets of stairs for the little walkway for people to walk over the train station. Basically rainbow color. That's the only thing I've noticed. Also, one other thing that I've noticed as well too. I wasn't sure if the original San Andreas were able to drink alcohol in it, but I went to like 2 bars in this game, and there was no like little red cursor for you to talk to the bartender and ask for drinks or whatever.
So it's subpar compared to Red Dead Redemption 1.
That's the only thing that I've noticed so far. And I'm thinking possibly like one song was basically dubbed, I'm guessing.
So,
I don't know if it's true or not.
So potentially censored. Effectively.
Yes and no. There was one song, what is it, 187 on a motherfucking cop, but on this version it says 187 on an undercover cop. So that's the song.
Oh, so they used I see what they did there.
Yeah, so that's the only censored song that I've seen so far, or I've heard so far, but other than that, all the other songs on there are actually pretty legit, but I still need to play it a lot more. I'm still like in the beginning stages of playing it. I've only played it for like 2-3 hours. I'm still basically in the training mode. I still don't have the customizations for the lowriders and stuff yet.
I do intend to play it on my Twitch channel after this. After this I'm gonna eat, then I'll play that on Twitch today.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same. Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and eat after this stream and then just join you. Yeah.
All right.
But besides that, that's the only thing that I've seen that's basically the beginning of the game. So who knows what else they changed in the game.
Yeah. We'll see, I guess, because I'm going to play it for like a couple hours and see how things go and see what kind of insanity happens on stream on Twitch. And see if it'll be safe to port over here for you guys on YouTube.
It does sound like the usual things you find with ports of old games.
Yeah.
Although the weird clean version of the song thing is that's a creative decision that a lot of fans probably don't want to have happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they want the real experience. Like, why would you give them a clean version of a song when it wasn't clean on the original version of the game? Who are you cleaning it for?
Yeah, right.
The 2020 crowd. 2021 crowd, I guess, which is not
Other than
us.
that, it seems to be 100% accurate to like what it was originally. So
Yeah.
I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that.
And I won't, because I will only quote the game itself when I play it. So
Yeah, I miss the days when glitches were basic instead of, really complicated glitches.
yeah.
Like when the worst thing that could happen to you is you fall out of the scenery. I miss those days.
I never thought I'd hear you say that, Nord.
Well, because there's so many variations on glitching now.
That's true.
Things that would have never happened in versions of the games 2 gens ago.
So,
not to mention, some people point out that certain games are more functional, back then than they are now, which is not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, speaking of dysfunctional entities, let's say IGN. I figure that was a good segue to get to their interview that they did with Todd Howard. Todd Howard did an interview with IGN, the host of their Xbox podcast called Unlocked. I don't know if that's still a thing anymore or not. But the main host of that did an interview with Todd Howard, and the bullet points from that interview are as follows. Todd Howard was asked about the release date of Starfield being written in pencil, and he stopped the interview to say, actually, it's actually written in pen. So that meaning that the release date for November 11th for Starfield, I guess, is set in stone then. That's my takeaway from that comment.
That's what that means.
Well, you usually when Bethesda sets a release date for like a major release from them, like from Bethesda Game Studios and Todd Howard's direct team, it comes out when they announced that it was coming. Elder Scrolls Oblivion did, Skyrim did, Fallout 3 did, Fallout 4 did, Fallout 76 did, unfortunately.
And you know why that is, don't you?
And why's that?
That's because Todd and the guys don't announce a date until they're already done.
Effectively, yeah. But in this case,
that's why that is.
In this case, they announced the date before they were done this time with Starfield.
Yeah. So there's some apprehension there, but they have a long history of not disappointing in that regard.
But Todd Howard effectively saying that they are driven to release this November 11th next year. So.
Yeah.
But also he went into talking about Elder Scrolls 6. He didn't get too much into it, but he did say what they were planning, and he did make reference to Elder Scrolls Morrowind was a hardcore RPG, and he basically said that was the direction they wanted to try to take Elder Scrolls 6, a hardcore RPG. So take that for what it's worth. That's from Todd's mouth. That's from the horse's mouth there. So
yeah, probably because he's going to have to try and compete in this upcoming year or two with what Elden Ring appears to be. It's going to be 1-to-1 competition there.
Yeah, even though they're going to be separated by like 8 months, maybe, when it comes to
but you know what I mean,
to the releases. But yeah, I know what you're saying, and you are right. Yeah.
Yeah, people say to themselves, "Well, I could play, like an easy sort of game, which will be the Elder Scrolls version, Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Normally, anyway. Or I could play Elden Ring, which looks like they're intending to make it a good game.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Todd realizes is that the hardcore gaming community, and even most of the gaming community at this point, is leaning into harder games.
Indeed. To the chagrin of wannabe game journalists, I mean, game,
the whole
journalists.
IGN crowd hates the hell out of that idea.
Yeah, but we love it.
Oh my god!
The real game journalists like us. What's that?
I was like, they're like, oh my god, I actually have to try. Oh my god, this is hot. This sucks. You know,
how many hours to play this game? Yeah, that's how they are nowadays.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, they want what's the word? I forgot. They want like backdoor patches so that they can get through it, experience the storyline, as they say. Like, well, maybe you didn't earn it. You know.
Yeah.
So
I was saying something about Forza with that too. So
yeah,
Yellow Flash was saying something about that. I saw a video like the other day. It was like yesterday or 2 days ago. They were talking about that though, like how like the porters are basically like making it a little bit easier to play or something like that. They were mentioning it or something.
But there was one last thing with the Todd Howard interview, that that other game that I was talking about, because the interview was wrapping up, but then Todd was basically going, oh, and I do have one more thing that I do feel like I have to mention, that it is coming. Fallout 5. It will be coming. Yeah. So he did say they will make it. I was not worried, first of all, that they were not going to make it, because they have to bounce back with Fallout from the disaster was Fallout 76. They have to make Fallout 5 for only that reason, if nothing else.
Yeah, but they do too much more. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, but just the way that they're doing games nowadays is just that we're all beta testers and they like release it for it's fully polished.
Look no further than my glitch on this channel where you guys are at now from Forza Horizon 5 when I was stuck in the bleachers.
Yep.
Yeah, I still need to watch that video. Yeah, I was there. I was playing with you and I heard what was it? But my buddy was like, oh yeah, you saw you in the bleachers. Like, what?
Yeah, it's up on the channel. I would look, but I don't want to risk anything with the stream right now. So, but actually, I can bring that up on my phone right now, actually.
I saw that video and I was like, damn, I would be frustrated just watching this.
I'm glad I got out of it by switching cars.
Yeah. Like, well, now that this one's lodged in the bleachers, I'll just get out and go get another one.
Yeah, another thing about Forza Horizon 5, when you do PvP, when you have like 2 or 3 other players with you, you don't play against driver target.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know like Forza Horizon 4, when you're like with the 2 other players, you're able to play driver targets and whatnot though, but like on this one, if you got like 2 players with you, nope, just by yourselves. But if you're doing co-op, it doesn't, no problem.
Here's the video right here on my phone, guys. As you can see, I'm stuck right in the bleachers there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Actually, let me turn the volume up so you can hopefully hear this. Gotta see this crap. Hey everybody, Drew here, Drew.Games, live on Twitch. You will see this on YouTube because look at what's fucking going on here. I am glitched into the arena bleachers here. You can also go to my Twitch channel to see what the fuck's going on here. Yeah. And then eventually I get stuck on a ledge there too, so. And then I can't move after a while. So it's but yeah. That's that
It
video.
just basically goes
Go check it out.
completely to
Guys.
shit.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. But yeah, that's the video. Go check it out on here on the channel you're on right now. And if you're watching this after the fact, don't worry about finishing this. Go watch that, then come back and finish watching this. So, but if you've made it this far, you've basically made it to just about the end of the show anyway. Because we've been here for about an hour. So with that in mind, Desert Nord, what are you going to be playing after this or be up to after this?
Before I answer that question, I did want to mention one thing.
What's that?
That I found interesting that Todd Howard said in that interview.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I forgot about Joshy's post, too, about Starfield. That evidently Starfield is going to have pronouns in it.
Yeah, GameSpot posted this like a day ago. Basically, it says be able to pick your own pronouns in upcoming space exploration game Starfield.
Does that mean that we can type in our own? Because that's what I want. If they're going to put pronouns in it.
I don't know, Forza Horizon 5's got deals. So it's add like season, whatever.
But considering that it's Bathesda, it's more likely that if any game will let us type in our own, it would be probably them. And if that's the case, then you know what I'm typing in for my pronouns. If I have to type in pronouns, fuck/you.
Well, there's a lot of fun to be had there because, like, you can give yourself titles.
Or, well, it's either that or my pronouns are Drew/that. Take that for what it's worth, everybody.
Oh, yeah, I would use the pronoun CDT as in commandant.
Or possibly what Gina Carano put, Keep Bop Boot.
That's a good one, too.
Classic.
Yeah.
Also, another thing about the Forza.
Yeah.
I guess they censored some of the license plates tags or whatnot. Like for Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Horizon 4, my license plate was EGAF, which was don't give a fuck. For this one, I wasn't able to put that there. So what's the next best thing that I did? FJB. What do you guys think that is?
It's
only one thing.
It stands for Let's Go Brandon.
Yep, Let's Go Brandon. I posted plenty of pictures of my license plate on their Forza hub.
and a fun fact for you guys: my license plate in Forza Horizon 5 says "Doctor, what up?" Thank you, Drunk 3PO, for that name. Because the story of that, I don't think I've told this on YouTube before, and since I'm streaming on YouTube, talking about shit again, I might as well tell the story to close this out here. Before we get into what we're going to be playing after the stream and whatnot. But what happened was I can't remember what I was playing on live stream, but that's irrelevant. Because after my live stream, I decided to raid Geeks and Gamers Mario Kart stream because they had gone live. And I was streaming a little bit late that day, which I normally don't do too often. At least anymore anyway. But I rated them. Drunk 3PO J read my name wrong. It's Drewdat Games, DREW_DAT_games with 2 S's. And he read it as Dr. What's Up. So, so because of that, in one Twitch stream so far, I'm going to do it again at some point. I decided to grab sunglasses and pretend to be Dr. What's Up, the character Dr. What's Up now on that Twitch stream, which is the illegitimate love child of Drunk 3PO and Twitch. Twitch being the mother and Jay being the father. And there is a video up on Drewdat Entertainment telling this story and talking about it. So go check the video out, guys, on Drew Dad Entertainment on YouTube.
Yeah, you should have taken a clip off of that. That way it could be eternalized.
Well,
would have been hilarious to have a clip of him doing that.
Well, I believe it is internalized because I think they do like repost those streams from Twitch to the Gaming with Geeks Live or the Geeks and Gamers Live YouTube channel. So I think it is immortalized anyway.
I just meant for your your purposes to like cut out a little 3 or 4 second clip of it, you know, just for the meme potential of it.
But if I were to do that, you would not get what I was saying in the chat of in all capital letters, like I was shouting, "You said my name wrong. It's Drew Dat Games."
Well, yeah, but you already know that that's implied.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, like you said, running with it.
Which I intend to do. Every time you see me in sunglasses on Twitch, that's Dr. What's Up, the illegitimate son of Drone 3PO. So.
Yeah.
Which means that because of it, Dr. What's Up's sister is Kristanova because of it.
Yeah.
And Krista has only Jay to blame.
Yeah.
Because Jay couldn't keep it in his pants when Twitch came in the room. I'm sorry for that joke. But actually, I'm not. But
yeah, it's just that
but anyway.
I used to be able to read chat better.
Well, I don't read my own chat just as much, so I'm living up to being Jay's son at this point from time to time. But with that all in mind, Nord, what are you going to be playing after this, or whatever you care to share?
Well, I be doing ESO as I usually do.
Well, why am I not surprised?
Still grinding.
You can follow Desert Nord, everyone who's watching this after the fact, on right here on YouTube as Desert Nord. He does memes on his channel, and he does have a Twitch channel that he doesn't do anything with.
Yeah, it's partly because I don't have a good camera to use. So
Well,
I was just like,
well, first of all, to Twitch stream, you don't even have to be on camera. As long as people hear you and you can see the chat, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Plus, you haven't done a face reveal on YouTube anyway, so who gives a fuck if anyone sees your face?
Yeah, well, for instance,
there are people that know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for instance, Illa Flash, like he does YouTube videos that does. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You are right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And Mahler doesn't show his face either.
Yeah.
But if we're talking face reveals, mine was in the very first video I ever did, which was the intro to this YouTube channel back in 2014. So from the word go, you saw my face, folks.
Yeah.
I did not hide from you, nor will I. As long as the camera's working, I will not hide from you. But with that being said, Joshy, you said you're going to be playing some San Andreas as well?
I don't know. I might take a break from that, though, because so far there's a little bit of a games that came out right now. I know Battlefield just came out as well, too, like yesterday, so I might pick that up. I don't know yet, but as of right now, I'm in between San Andreas and Forza. I'll probably take a break from San Andreas and just go to Forza. Just switch it between games.
Yeah, so after I eat, I'm going to go live on my Twitch channel, Drew Dat Games with the underscores and all small, in all lowercase letters with 2 S's at the end on my Twitch channel to play San Andreas you see on the screen here. Behind me, or next to me, I should say, not behind me. Behind me is, what is behind me? The windows, okay. So,
The sun's behind you.
well, it would be if I had the curtains open, but besides, why would Jesus be behind me? He should be above me. Never mind.
He's got your back.
Amen.
But yeah. But with that being said, there will be a future episode of Breaking Rocks on Drew That Entertainment coming up at some point in the near future. When, I don't know yet, but the main topic of that will be talking about Aaron Rodgers and his situation.
Yeah, there'll be many things to talk about at that point.
Yeah, so I won't get into it here because I want to keep that over there. So with that being said, everybody, all you need to know with Aaron Rodgers is that I have him in true football and fantasy football, and that's all you need to know for now. But with that being said, everyone, to Drew That Entertainment, who's been in the chat, thank you for being here. Ha ha. And to everyone
Self high five.
Yeah. To everyone who will watch this afterwards, thank you for doing so. Hit the like. Hopefully next week we'll try doing this again live. Hopefully some of you will be here for it. And thank you so much to Joshy for being the first ever special guest for the Drew That Games podcast.
I really appreciate it.
And we really appreciate you being here because a fun fact for you guys, this was a spur of the moment to actually have him on here. Kind of like doing this live was like a literally 0-hour decision. Like 5 minutes before I was going to turn on the camera, or like, no, literally as I was like halfway home from work, Joshy was saying, so it's live and on YouTube or Twitch or wherever. I'm like, well, I guess I could try to do it live. I haven't done anything live like that in a long time. But
yeah.
I will say this. If this gets at least 10 views after the fact, next week we'll be live then. I will promise that. So let's get this to 10 views, guys, after the fact. So with that all in mind, where can people find you, Joshy?
Joshy064 at YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. Basically, my screen. If you look up my screen name like Joshy064, you can probably pop up at a lot of stuff though. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I do have an Instagram, but I don't really post not that much. Yep.
You can find me, your host and owner of the channel, Drew That Games, here obviously on YouTube, exactly where you are right now. You can also find me as Drew That Entertainment on YouTube, where I do Breaking Rocks with Desert Nord, as well as a bunch of other things like today, Tom McDonald's releasing a new music video, so I got to film a reaction for that before I actually do the Twitch stream over there as well. So I'm waiting for that music video still to drop, to do that on the entertainment channel today. So stay tuned for that video today, by the way. You can also find me on Xbox Live as Drew That Games, PSN as Drew That Games, and Drew That GMS on the Nintendo Switch as well. And if you're friends with Joshy on there, I believe you and I are friends on the Switch, right, Joshy?
Yes.
So if you've played Mario Kart with him, you should be able to just find me and the people that he's played with. No sexual pun intended there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, one thing you will learn is that we are not too low on the totem pole, Joshy, to make sick jokes.
Yeah, that's fine.
It does not matter how sick. It does not matter how low the low-hanging fruit is. We will pull that son of a bitch off that tree.
Yep.
So
we'll dig it out of the dirt if we have to.
And I'll give you the shovel.
Yeah.
But with all of that in mind, guys, thank you so much for checking us out. Thank you, Joshy, Desert Nord, and everyone who will tweet this out, who will share this, and especially thank you to the idiots on Twitter, the fake woke social mobs, because you guys are the ones that give us shit to talk about. And
Always.
I will see
Yep, they
you,
always do that.
and I will see you on my Twitch channel in a little while. You will see me on Drew Dad Entertainment for that Tom McDonald music video, which I believe the song is called. I believe it's called Balloons because it was already put up on Spotify this morning when I was going to work. So stay tuned for Balloons on Drew Dad Entertainment by Tom McDonald. My reaction to that in just a little bit, and I will see you guys later.
Hey guys.
See you guys.
Oh, let me figure out how to stop this now. That's not it. Oh, it's the big red button that says end stream. Haha.